Most freelancers use ChatGPT like a search engine. These 9 hacks use it like a business partner. The gap is enormous. I know that sounds dramatic, but stick with me. Because if you learn to use these specific patterns, you will save hours, close better clients, and stop doing the annoying, low-leverage stuff that eats your week. This video is about practical shifts, not gimmicks. Fast, punchy, zero filler. Like a coaching session condensed into 9 power moves. These are specific to freelance work, client communication, proposals, deliverables, research, business growth. Each one with a before-after example. Each hack comes with a before-after example, so you can literally see the lift. I'll show you the prompts, the outputs, and how to plug these into your workflow immediately. I'll speak in plain language, read the key lines out loud, and give you copy you can steal right now. If you're juggling clients, ghostwriting deadlines, or design handoffs, these are the exact prompts and formats that will change how you operate. Ready? Let's get into it. We're starting with the one that unlocks everything. This one is a game changer for proposals. I paste my draft proposal on the left. I tell ChatGPT, act as the client. Be skeptical, practical, focused on ROI. The model role-plays objections, listing things I missed. It's brutal, but essential. You get a checklist of objections you didn't anticipate. That checklist saves you from losing deals after sending the proposal. We then rework the proposal language based on those objections. Example: ChatGPT lists uncertainty about measurable outcomes as an objection. It suggests a specific sentence to quantify delivery. I guarantee X metric improvement within Y months. Or, we will extend support for Z weeks at no extra cost. That's not fluff, that's credibility. Show before proposal, vague promises. Show after proposal, concrete outcomes. Timelines, short FAQ addressing client fears. I ask ChatGPT for the top 3 missed objections. It prints them in bold. I read one aloud. How will you prove ROI? Then read the improved sentence that answers it. Role-playing reveals tone mismatches. Maybe you sound confident but come off defensive. ChatGPT flags triggering phrases. Proposes alternative phrasing that keeps authority without aggression. This quick calibration improves closing rates immediately. How to use it: paste your proposal. Instruct ChatGPT to act as an ideal client persona. Ask for 3 objections. Request revised copy that preempts them. Save the objection list in your proposal template, like having a focus group in your pocket. Emails win or lose deals. This hack turns raw, rushed emails into persuasive, clear messages. You paste your draft on the left and ask ChatGPT to rate it. Clarity, tone, professionalism. It gives numeric scores and highlights the weakest sentence. That highlight is gold. It shows the single line sabotaging your message. Next, ChatGPT rewrites the email on the right with a defined brief. Concise, empathetic, results-oriented. I then do a read aloud of the improved line to show how small shifts, a clarified ask, a removed hedging word, immediately make the email sound confident. Often the change is one sentence that rearranges the whole cadence. I demonstrate with a real example, an email asking for a scope confirmation that originally had 3 buried asks and passive language. ChatGPT flags the muddled ask, gives the weakest sentence, then produces a crisp one-sentence call to action like, "Please confirm the scope below by Wednesday so I can book the first 2 weeks." That single line drives action. You can also ask for tone variants, warmer for long-term clients, sharper for prospects, or legal savvy for retainer changes. If you want, have ChatGPT produce subject line A/B tests too. Tiny margins that matter. Use this hack before every important send. Run your email through a 3-step checklist: score, highlight, rewrite, and watch responses rise by simply removing hedging and clarifying the ask. Start every session with this. I cannot overstate it. The context dump improves every other prompt. The template is 3 sentences. I'm a role working with client type. This project aims to primary objective, constraints, deadline, tone, deliverables. Put that at the top of every prompt and watch the quality skyrocket. It sounds small, but context is the oxygen for useful AI output. Then I show a mediocre prompt without context and the improved prompt with the context dump appended. The mediocre prompt produces vague, generic copy. The context-dumped prompt yields targeted, on-brand content with the right voice and deliverable format. It's like handing a brief to a seasoned collaborator versus yelling a request into the void. The time you spend writing 3 context sentences returns tenfold. Save a few context templates: new client, ongoing retainer, case study, quick social caption. If you work in multiple niches, keep 1 context dump per niche and label them. Practical tip: paste the context dump as the very first lines of every chat session or into your prompt pack. Do hack number 3 consistently and everything else improves. Proposals, emails, follow-ups, testimonials. Chapter 4. Never settle for 1 draft. Tell ChatGPT to write 3 stylistically different drafts: concise, friendly long form, data forward. Put them side by side and evaluate the best line from each. This is how you extract the top performing elements without doing heavy editing yourself. The concise draft opens with a punchy CTA. The friendly draft uses storytelling to build rapport, and the data-forward draft leads with metrics. We call out the best line from each: the hook, the empathy sentence, the stats sentence, and then combine them into a single final version. Ask ChatGPT, merge the hook from draft A, the story from draft B, and the metric sentence from draft C into a single coherent draft, and match the tone to X. The model stitches these together with surprising fluency, producing something that reads like it took you hours to craft. I use this for landing pages, pitch emails, and case studies. Pro tip: when you combine, ask for a lead, 3 supporting bullets, and a closing CTA. That structure keeps the combined draft tight. Save the best combined version as a template. Chapter 5. This is the risk management hack that preserves profit margins. After you map a plan, ask ChatGPT to play devil's advocate. Produce the strongest counterarguments. List plausible failure modes. It's not negativity for the sake of it. It's preemptive troubleshooting that makes your plan credible. In the video, I show an original plan, a 3-month marketing rollout, then the AI's counterarguments: audience mismatch, tracking gaps, inadequate creative variety. One of these usually surprises you because you weren't thinking like a skeptical stakeholder. I highlight one surprising risk aloud. If the landing page load time exceeds 3 seconds, conversion drops by 30%. Then ChatGPT suggests a simple mitigation: compress images, implement server-side caching, adds a 1-line monitoring step. Suddenly, the plan looks smarter, not defect-prone. Use the devil's advocate output to strengthen contracts, project milestones. Add contingency items into the scope, like if X happens, we will do Y so clients know you're prepared. That builds trust, reduces scope negotiations later. This hack turns you from someone with an idea into someone with a robust, risk-aware execution plan. Your clients will notice the difference. You'll avoid costly surprises. Chapter 6. Scope creep destroys small businesses. This hack builds a short, copy-pastable out-of-scope section from your project brief. Paste your project scope, have ChatGPT identify the fuzzy edges, draft a tight out-of-scope clause you can paste into contracts and proposals. In the walkthrough, I paste a vague project scope and show the generated out-of-scope section. It might say, out of scope, new features requiring additional API integrations, daily social posting, support beyond 30 days post-launch, crisp, actionable, protective. I then read the 2-line clause aloud so you can hear how it lands. 2 lines, when worded right, set expectations and reduce awkward follow-up emails like, "Can you just also..." The goal is to make the default know a polite contractual fact, not a negotiation tactic. Also ask ChatGPT to include a short process for adding scope, the fee, timeline, and approval steps. That way, if a client requests extra work, you have a clean procedure to convert it into paid work rather than a free favor. Save this clause into your proposal template and use it religiously. Projects with clear boundaries are less stressful, more profitable, and more likely to scale into retainers. Raising rates is awkward until you have the right words, you know. This hack uses a client relationship summary plus current rate to generate a polite, confident rate increase email. Opening line that frames value. A middle that justifies the increase. A clear new rate line. I summarize the client relationship. Months working together, deliverables delivered, outcomes achieved, the current rate. ChatGPT returns an email that reads calm, professional, non-apologetic. It positions the increase as a reflection of market value and delivered outcomes. I read the opening sentence aloud so you can feel the tone. It leads with appreciation and impact, not entitlement. Then I read the new rate line. Short, numeric, and unambiguous. That combination reduces pushback and frames the increase as a business decision. You can also ask for a negotiation fallback. Offer an X payment plan or a phased increase. That keeps the conversation constructive, preserves the client, and improves cash flow. Use this when you hit the 6-month mark, after a big win, or during contract renewals. Automated guilt-free rate increases are a sign of a maturing freelance business. Most proposals die from lack of follow-up, not lack of quality. This hack generates a 3-email follow-up sequence with dates spaced 4 days apart. Each email escalates the urgency and clarity, but remains polite, the art of persistent professionalism. I'll summarize the original proposal, and then the 3 follow-ups with scheduled dates. Follow-up 1 is a gentle nudge. Follow-up 2 is a value reminder. Follow-up 3 is a soft deadline and clear next steps. The cadence is designed to convert while respecting the prospect's time. I read the first follow-up aloud. It's a single-sentence reminder with an easy ask. Then I read the third follow-up to show the escalation. It includes a deadline, a short consequence, like booking window closes and a CTA. Tone has escalated, not hostile. You can customize each follow-up for different client personas. Risk-averse buyers get data-driven reminders, creatives get examples of work, and non-responders get a closing-the-loop email that asks if they want to pause. ChatGPT can generate all variations at once. Automate these in your CRM or calendar so you never forget. Consistent follow-up is the single highest ROI activity for freelancers who send proposals and want more yeses. Good testimonials are gold, but rarely come in a ready-to-use format. Use this hack to turn a raw positive email into a polished 3-sentence testimonial that fits a case study template. Paste the praise, ask ChatGPT for a condensed testimonial, and it gives you a client-ready quote. I read a raw positive email. Enthusiastic but rambling. The AI condenses it into 3 crisp sentences: the problem, the transformation, the outcome. This structure makes the testimonial usable in a headline, body copy, or a case study pull quote. I then read the final testimonial aloud so you can hear cadence and emphasis. The testimonial is short, punchy, and quantifiable if possible. If the raw message includes numbers, the prompt pulls those out and frames them as outcomes. Increased conversion by X%. You can also ask ChatGPT to generate a short case study blurb from the testimonial for your portfolio. Challenge, approach, result. That lets you produce multiple asset types from one client email. Social posts, website quotes, PDF case studies. Make asking for testimonials part of your offboarding or milestone process. When you get a nice email, run it through this prompt and add the polished quote to your marketing assets immediately. Okay, That was 9 hacks that feel borderline illegal because they give you disproportionate leverage. If you only remember one thing, it's this: context matters. The context dump, hack number 3, improves every other prompt and makes all outputs more reliable, faster, on brand. Start every session with that 3-sentence brief. Which to start with? Number 3. It unlocks the rest. But if you want immediate wins, try the Rate My Email for better responses today. Follow-up sequence to convert more proposals this week. These are practical tweaks you can implement in minutes and that compound into better client relationships, higher revenue. If you found this useful, subscribe and grab the prompt pack linked below. It has copy-ready templates for every hack we covered. Quick recap. Which to start with? Number 3. Subscribe. Plus, grab the prompt pack. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one. Fast final sign off.